Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you. And this is a brand I never had perfume from, and this brand is a bit of a all over the place brand because when I was reading their publication, they said they started in France, in Paris, and then on the box it says Amsterdam, and then in some other publications said they are based in United Arab Emirates. So I don't know what's going on, but they are quite well-known brand in United Arab Emirates. So we assume they are on another Middle Eastern brand, and it's called El Nabil. So E-L, Nabil is N-A-B-I-L. So not to be mistaken with the House of Nabil, which is N-A-B-E-E-L. That one is an amazing house, one of the best perfume houses from United Arab Emirates, from Middle East. This one I never had perfumes from, so we just going blind, see how it goes. I bought I bought a perfume from this website, which they were selling the 60 ml of it under £30. So I thought, okay, I'll get a 60 ml. And then when the package arrived, it was 12 5 ml bottle, and not only that, they are a roll-on, which I'm not a big fan of. They're okay, they're not bad, but I'm not a huge fan. So it's like you buying a car and then they send you different parts of the car. They say, oh, this is your car. That's not my car, this is just a few bits and pieces. Anyway, so this is what I got. And for the 60 ml, they have, again, they're all over the place. They have a 60 ml, 65 ml, they have 80 ml. They have few bottle sizes from each of their perfumes. They are quite prolific perfume makers, because on their website they have, I don't know, probably at least about 100 perfumes right now. This one in particular caught my eye because it's had some note breakdown which I was interested in. The only thing is, when it came in, then I looked at the note breakdown again. The publication of this brand is all over the place. Some place the note breakdown is different from other places, but I'll go with my nose, with my experience, so it doesn't matter. So this one in particular is called El Nabil, and this is by the way, they call themselves Maison El Nabil, and this one in particular is called Joumayna, and this one is a roll-on 5 ml. It says no alcohol, so perfume oil, no alcohol, and blah blah blah. So we'll see. So a very, very small box. So the bottle itself is quite good looking, not a bad bottle at all. I'm not sure if you can see it. So it's quite a nice looking bottle for a 5 ml, and as I said, it opens basically a screw top. It opens like this, and then it's a roll-on, so you have to roll it like this to get the oil out. So we put a little bit more, and here we go. So this one is Al Nabil Joumayna, and let's see what's the smell like. So first impression. Before I do that, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. Amazing value for money. They smell great, and they could be a hidden gem. This one in particular, nobody on earth talked about. Nowhere you can see a review of it. Majority of the Al Nabil perfumes don't have reviews. There are a couple of them which are I've seen short for them on YouTube, but again, very, very uninformative. They just show you the box and bottle, and even if they talk nonsense. So anyway, so let's get to the perfume itself. Thank you for your support, thank you for your love, thank you for your shares, thank you for your likes, thank you for your subscription, which is free, by the way. And all these things will help this channel to stay afloat and keep coming back for future videos. Here we go. First impression. Holy moly. So first thing first is the sweetness of it. It's very, very sweet. So to my nose, this is definitely vanillic. So it's very, very big vanilla in here. The vanilla is a modern vanilla, which is very sweet. So in terms of sweetness, I would say from 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest, this opened up like 7 or 8. So very sweet. But in the same time, it's got a depth and complexity to it. It's not just a sweetness of it. So sweet, definitely fruity. I'm getting some fruits in here. I'm getting some citruses, a little bit of citrus to lift it up. Not too much. Hint of maybe bergamot, hint of maybe lemon as well, but not too much. And then it goes quickly to the fruitiness of it. The fruitiness of it, to my nose, is a little bit of pear, a little bit of apple. There's something tarty in here. So what is the tartiness of it? Is it berries? It could be some berries in here. So it's a little bit on the tarty side, a little bit on the sweet and sour side of things, or sweet and bitter a little bit. Not too much, but mostly sweet. So very, very sweet. At the same time, quite a big musk. Is quite musky, and the musk in here, it reminds me of musk utilized in the house of Narciso Rodriguez. So it's just quite a similar musk to that one. So if you like that kind of musk, which is obviously synthetic, is not natural. Natural musk has been banned in perfumery for the last 30 years or maybe even longer, which is correct because we don't want to hurt animals to make perfumes. It doesn't make sense. So synthetic musk came a long way. In the beginning they weren't that good. These days they are quite good. Obviously is not as good as the real thing, as the natural thing, but it's very, very palatable. It's palatable, it's nice, it's, you know, it's quite rounded, it's quite sweet, I mean it's quite smooth, and overall smells very, very nice. Wow, but it's gorgeous. To my nose, it leans a hint of femininity in here, not too much. Majority of the fragrances are targeted for unisex, and it's correct designation anyway, because perfumes, scent, fragrances don't have gender, same as food, same as drink. If you drink and food has gender, then smell has gender. It doesn't. So since 1920s, companies started to divide and rule, or divide and sell more, and they created this gender division, which didn't exist for thousands of years. So don't fall for it. If you like perfume, wear it. If you don't like perfume, don't wear it. As simple as that. So unisex, yes, but it leans a little bit on the feminine side because of the fruity, floral, musky and vanillic aspect of it. By the way, so there is a floral aspect to this fragrance. Definitely floral. I'm smelling combination of jasmine and rose in here. So rose and jasmine together are working very, very well, but they're not a huge player. Sorry about the noise because of the heat. They call it heat wave. It's not heat wave anymore because we've been having this hot weather for the last 3-4 weeks. So it looks like, unfortunately, the climate change is catching up with us, and Britain no longer is the cool country it used to be. In summer we're getting more heat. At the moment it's about 30 degrees, and that's why I left the windows and doors open, because it's very hot, and also I didn't put the lighting on because it generates heat. So sorry if you're hearing some noises, I apologize for that. Anyway, so floral aspect to it, which is combination of jasmine and rose in here. Definitely rose and jasmine in here, but they're not a huge player. The biggest player right now are the fruits, the musk and the vanilla, and a little bit of hint of woodiness in here. Yeah, just a smidgen amount of woodiness in the background, which is clean. So see the sandalwood combination, but the musk is one of the biggest player. The vanilla definitely the biggest player, and the fruitiness are very, very big as well, which is a combination of few fruits. I'm smelling pear, apple, maybe a little bit of berries in here because it's got a little bit of that tartiness to it. So overall, smells very nice. Yes, I'm not a big fan of roll-on, but it's okay, we can live with it. And on the you can find the sprays of it for under £30 for, I think, between 60 to 80 ml or something like that. So if you find it under £30 and you like the description of the perfume, you like this kind of perfumes, this is very, very well done. Although this one is a roll-on and doesn't have any alcohol in it, so this is more oily than rather than alcoholy, but smells very nice. It smells something like House of Narcis Rodriguez do, very, very similar to their Musk line. So this one similar. Don't ask me which one, because first of all, House of Narcis Rodriguez got hundreds of perfumes, and I'm not knowledgeable because I don't get that much Narcis Rodriguez. My wife has, I think, one or two of them. One of them is Rouge, Musk Rouge, I think. That one is very, very nice, but this one is not that similar to that one. But this one generally reminds me of House of Rodriguez perfumes, the Musk line of their perfumes. So I would say this is musky, this is vanillic, sweet, fruity, floral, and very refreshing, very happy, very bright. Overall, I would classify it as semi-fresh to semi-dark. And also I'll classify this fragrance as fruity floral, oriental fruity floral. So it's oriental fruity floral. So let's see. A hint of something like a licorice in the background. I'm not sure where is that come from. What is it? It could be a little bit of tonka bean in here, because sometimes tonka bean could give that licorice feel as well. Not all the time, sometimes. To my nose, it smells like tonka bean. So it could be a combination of vanilla and tonka bean in the base, which is, again, note breakdown is all over the place. I'm not sure if there is a correct, but this is according to AI. When I ask AI what kind of note breakdown they have, this is what they said. They said it's fruity floral, and they saying citrus, blackcurrant. So there's a blackcurrant in here. Okay, that's interesting, if there is, because I said that there's a tartiness in here. Yeah, it could be blackcurrant, but it's not a definite blackcurrant, because I'm smelling something different, like a berry like. But anyway, so this is what they're saying. And the lavender, which is interesting, because at the moment I'm not smelling that much lavender, but it is a little bit on the aromatic side and also a little bit on the soapy side. So that could be coming from the lavender. So the lavender is very nicely done as well. And it says floral, which doesn't mean anything, but to my nose is a combination of rose and jasmine. But they're not a huge player. They are mainly in the background right now. And it says in the base we have white musk, amber, and vanilla. Yes, vanilla is there. Tonka bean is there as well to my nose. Amber, it is a transparent amber. So it's a transparent, it's a airy, it's very effervescent amber. That kind of amber in here, which is mainly a synthetic one, but it's okay. And also musky, definitely very, very musky. So this perfume is very musky. You know, like a musky fragrance. As I said, it reminds me of Narcis Rodriguez perfume, especially their musk line. So overall, good perfume, smells great, but I'm not sure if the roll-on is similar or 100% similar to the sprayer one. So the sprayer one could be a little bit different, because that one probably has got alcohol in it. But we take it for what it is, and so far so good. In the next video I'll let you know the longevity development, things like that. But for a first impression, absolutely yes, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Very nice fragrance, very good for this time of year. It's very refreshing, very fresh, very happy. In the same time, it's got a depth and complexity to it. So who's it for? Definitely I would say mature Renaults, because of that combination of the musk, the tonka bean, the vanilla, and the fruitiness and the florals of it. It makes it a little bit on the mature side. So I would say 25 years and older. Although both, because they came in this 5 ml, like 12 of them in 50, I gave one to my daughter and I gave one to my wife, and both of them used it, and they said they loved it. They say very smells very nice to their noses. So but I didn't ask them for longevity, so let me see what how long it will last on my skin. But so far so good. Even though I put little bit of roll-on, it's filling the room, which is for a oil, this is quite good, because usually with oil they are quite subdued, they stay close to the skin and they don't jump off the skin, because obviously the nature of the oil, it does that. Okay, so age-wise 25 years and older, but my daughter, which is 18, she loved it, so it could be that ageless as well. And also season-wise, I would say this is all year round there, so you can easily use it in summer, in winter. In summer because it's got some freshness to it, in summer, in the winter because it's got some depth and complexity to it. In terms of occasion, this is very opulent, so it smells great, smells delicious, it smells very opulent. So I would say going out, evening, special occasion, going to the wedding, maybe close encounter, dating and things like that, it's very delicious. In the same time, because it's reasonably priced, it's not too expensive, it's accessible, is priced correctly, so I would say you could use it anytime you want. And in terms of occasion, I said season, I said all year round. Age wise, I would think 25 and older, but if you like this kind of fragrance, then even if you are 18, you can wear it. And in terms of what else, gender, I just said this is bang in the middle, unisex, but leaning little bit on the feminine side because of that musky, fruity, sweet and floral nature of this perfume. Okay guys, so that was the first impression of this perfume from the house of El Nabil, and this is a Joumayna. And first impression, yes, I'm loving it. And in the next video, later the development, longevity and things like that. Okay guys, if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you have anything else from the brand El Nabil, let us know your experience, because they are quite prolific, but I never had anybody reviewing them. So let us know what is your experience with them. Please don't forget to hit those buttons to help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. And if you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the creator. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which are unheard of, and that gives them a huge personality, big, massive. They are very long lasting, they are like time capsules, they take different places at different time, and they are very artistic and unique, and they are super beautiful if I say myself. Also, there are other reviews reviewed my perfumes, you can go and check them out as well if you are interested. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.